Hey, how's it going, everybody? Sarasota Tim and Miss Tammy here at the Planet Fitness parking lot. We're going to go in a few minutes, but right now Miss Tammy is enjoying this beautiful sunshine and 65 degrees. It's very, very nice out right now compared to this morning. We just washed the Crusher over here at the car wash. I just put in the amount that it took, 8 minutes, and just sprayed and sprayed and sprayed. And then you can go with the low sprays called spot-free rinse. And I did that. I didn't rub on it at all. I just had to knock off the dirt. My daughter's on a dirt road. The interior was dusty. They had free complimentary spray cleaning bottle and beautiful microfiber towels. So we went over the whole interior, and believe me, it's not a Baker detail, but it is, Tammy just said, it looks a lot better. The Crusher is looking good. Very, very proud of this truck. Sure hope it's going to pull the new Flagstaff. The name is Flagstaff. That is what we're going to call her. And it is going to be very exciting. I'm very, very excited. I was kind of a little, I don't know, it just didn't hit me. But now I can't wait to get out of the pup. Not to disparage the pup, but I can't wait to get out of it, get into that big home, and go down to Florida and go and do our normal thing, bring you guys our daily lives, our content, and then go back to that beautiful pup. I'll be going over all the different features that I found out about it, all the product knowledge that I got, I'll share with you. Those that are interested in getting a camper or an RV, I'll be sharing what I know. We're gonna go to an RV show. And anyway, what I wanted to tell you is what I learned. Look, when I talk and I zoom in like this, did you notice that the audio didn't change? And then when I zoom back out, you notice my voice is still the same. You don't see any difference. Well, if you have an iPhone and you make videos and you're videoing like I'm doing right now, when you zoom in my previous videos, and I zoom in like this and I'm talking to you, looking at Tammy, my voice would normally go away. It would get much quieter. And there's a setting. You go to settings, camera, and scroll down till you see it's probably toggled on in green. Toggle it off. It says record in stereo, and it must be on there by default. And it's to kind of pick up on the side and the back, you know, more microphone stuff, but it doesn't work really for YouTubers when I'm trying to zoom in. Like right now, I'm going to zoom into that Planet Fitness sign, and you notice my voice didn't go away. That's why I was using a mic, because the voice was a problem when I zoom in a lot. But now I got it figured out. Look at Miss Tammy over there. She's trying to get her exercise. I said, look, they got treadmills and ellipticals right in there in Planet Fitness. Anyway, let me turn the camera around and talk to you guys. We're back. Oh, I wanted to show you something too. I don't know what it is. I guess this is sort of a stopping point for these big semi trucks. But look at them all parked here. You say, yeah, Baker, we've seen semis, no big deal. Well, there's one over here. You know, this is one of the things on my bucket list that I would love to do, is drive a semi truck. Also, I would like to drive a Prevost, a big bus RV. I really, really would. You know, those movie star kind. So this is a typical, you know, Freightliner. But take a look at this truck over here. It's going to be the one on the side of this one. It's really pretty. Looks like it's brand new. You guys like my haircut? I cut it myself. I'm going back to cutting my own hair. Nobody can do it like I can do it. Here you go, look at this. It's a gorgeous looking truck. It's a KW, Kenworth. These are made in the same building as a Peterbilt. It's just like the Rockwood camper travel trailers and the Flagstaff. But isn't that a beautiful rig right there? Are you seeing it? The sun's right in my eyes. Got this big old bar in the front. He's carrying in some steel rebar on that flatbed. Nice big extra cap, like a cap over the top. Got those chrome exhaust on there. big old tanks he's got. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Here's some motorcycles. You know, I gotta tell you guys, being up here in Georgia is amazing. Tammy's still walking the curb way over there. It's truly gonna be a shocker in South Florida. It's gonna be a shocker in these respects, and I say this very respectfully. Atlanta and this area up here north of Atlanta has grown like everywhere else, all the big cities. Atlanta is, it's a melting pot downtown because, you know, there's corporate headquarters for every corporation in the world down there. So people that have gone to college and they get transferred and they get the high paying jobs, they're all here. You know, they all live down there. But there's an overwhelming culture or flavor of Southern hospitality. You know what I mean? I'm sure if I went to Manhattan, there's plenty of people in New York that are from other places. I don't know how many people move to New York from everywhere else around the country, like people move to Atlanta and South Florida and, you know, Austin, Texas and things like that, but maybe they do. They get a good paying job. But when you're in California, you got one type of demographic, one type of sort of overall culture. When you're in the, you know, Texas, you know, they got the cowboy hats and they're the, you know, the Western thing. And New Mexico has got a lot of the Indian heritage. There's a lot of American Indians there. And here in the South, we've got a lot of, you know, Southern people. And they're, you know, generation after generation, they really don't leave. There's something about that really holds people here. But because of the, you know, geographical position of Atlanta and all the land there was that they've all built on now, it has become a melting pot. But what I'm trying to say is there is such a different culture than there is in South Florida. South Florida, of all the cities and things I'm talking about, is about as big of a melting pot as you can get. There's somebody from everywhere, all over the world. And so you don't have any one particular major theme, you know, going on here. These, my daughter's got my grandson, Sam. He's home from college this weekend. And he's got a couple of his buddies that are over at the house and they're watching the football games today because he's in college, my grandson, and he plays in the marching band. And one of his friends is actually still in high school. He's a big boy, but he's still in high school. And his other friend, I think he's actually working, that's graduated from high school. Maybe he's not going to college or whatever. So you got three different things there. And I was just chatting them up and talking to them. They're enjoying the games. They're a bunch of sports freaks, you know, they love football, watching the college games. And I'm talking to the two other young boys, trying to get to know them a little bit. And it was yes, sir, no, sir. That, you know, it was like very impressive young people with their mannerism and how they were raised by their mom and dad. Not that I want my ego struck, you know, to call me sir, but that's the way I was raised. And I've never, ever heard that from very many young people in South Florida that I would just, you know, chat and talk to. You know, it's just not a thing down there. But that's what it is here. And all this kind of food they eat up here, the Southern food that, you know, you just don't really see. Just like if you go out west, you get all the good Mexican food, you know, the tacos and everything like that. So it really is like an eye-opener. We've been here a month, you know, in this region, North Carolina and Georgia, which is kind of the same in a lot of respects. And I've learned to really like it. I fell in love with it. It's just, and I'm born in Birmingham, Alabama originally. And I lived in Atlanta for 12 years, right down in Gwinnett County. So it's really going to be a shocker going home. And I'm I'm ready to go home. I mean, I'm ready. I mean, I could stay up here a little longer. I'm willing to go home. I'm willing to live it and love it and all the pros that there are. But I will miss a lot of the southern ways up here and the way people are. I mean, everybody you come in contact with is just sort of, I mean, you put your turn signal on, you want to turn, and they're like, go ahead, go ahead. That isn't everywhere. You get down to Atlanta, and it's a whole different thing. You guys that have watched my videos know that's kind of one of my pet peeves is people, the way they drive. But all in all, people are really nice here. That's what I'm trying to say. And people are nice in South Florida too, but everybody is in a hurry. It's a much faster pace. And you know, that's all I'm going to say on that. But the weather's going to be great. And we've got this new camper, and we're going to go to the beach. And of course, when we see the water and all the boats and the palm trees and all the things that we've been, you know, used to and take for granted for years, it was very nice to come up here. And I don't want it to be too much longer, certainly not another year, before I leave Florida and go on another little sabbatical and take that beautiful Flagstaff and pull it behind the crusher right there and start living life more. And if I can encourage any of you, no matter where you live, no matter what your culture is, maybe you're already out in Texas and New Mexico and you're enjoying all the great Mexican food. Maybe you want to come to the South and eat some Southern food and see the Appalachian mountains and catch these fall leaf colors. I know there's not a lot of green and trees in some areas out in the desert Southwest, but that's kind of where I want to go next. You know, I want to go from this to that. I love the desert Southwest. I'm really hooked on travel now, and I've got a travel trailer. My life, folks, is going to change till the day they call me home. And I was just telling Tammy, you know, when you see people that really are getting very, very old and, you know, they need assistance and they got canes and walkers and, you know, they're not going to just jump into a crusher and hook up a camper trailer and tow it 2,000 miles. Maybe, you know, when you get to be way out there, you know, is that really going to happen to me? Is that, you know, the reality? Of course it is. But it just seems like an eternity away, and I don't want to rush it. But I do know there's a lot less runway in front of me than there is behind me. And also all my gizzards and organs and stuff that have been working for 65 years next month, you know, they can wear out. There's all kinds of things. And this has really been an eye-opener. I really, really love it. And I want to bring all the motivation I can to you that are watching me right now that might inspire somebody to do some of the things we talk about on this YouTube channel, whether it be whether it be travel, about collecting your Social Security, about health, about positive thinking, about staying away from the politics and the media, and all these things that are detrimental to your life. Let's concentrate on doing all the fun stuff and being kind and traveling and meeting people and being nice to each other. And you know, it's nice when you're traveling, you're always putting your best foot forward. You think everybody's traveling because you're traveling. And attitude is what life is. If you light yourself on fire, the whole world will come watch you burn. So think about that. Remember, yesterday's gone. Tomorrow may not ever get here. Let's get out there today, what's left of it, till your head hits the pillow, and crush it.